up, Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Berserk chapter 354. Oh my god, I have been waiting for this chapter because we are at the final piece. So that means we are going to see the rape scene, or we better fucking see it, Kentaro. I do not want to be debated between you and Furodachi. I swear. Oh, and I'll include Sriracha in this. Like, we've been debated so many times by these three mangaka. I'm tired of being debated by you guys, seriously. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see if we're gonna get the rape scene, and see if we're gonna get the reaction to it too, because I want to see the reaction to it and see if it changes their perspective on guts. So let's get to it. That's the last piece. It looks like a baby. Yes, it is. It's the demon baby. I'm not sure how it could look like this. Wait a minute. Yeah? God damn it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I do this, if this will help. Oh, fuck. That's too much. This might help. There we go. When I was taken into the Berserker armor, I caught a glimpse of it. I didn't want to see it again, if that was a possibility. This may have a strong link to the cause of her madness. Stay strong. At the end of their journey, the final piece is at the center of this vortex of madness. Oh, look at this! Oh my god! Oh my god, this fucking page! This page! Kentaro, oh my god! I really hate that we can't have a nice Berserk anime. Studio Orange, please animate Berserk. Kentaro, please get Studio Orange on board for Berserk. For those that don't know about the greatness that is Studio Orange, Studio Orange is the studio behind Land of the Lustrous, also known as Hoseki no Kuni, and Hoseki no Kuni is a all CGI anime, and it is the most beautiful action fantasy all CGI anime I have ever seen. And if Berserk wants to go that route, get Studio Orange to do it. But oh my god, here we go. The break of Casca's mind. This is its source. Yes, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. Oh my god, finally. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna see the rape. Disgusting. You'll be swept away. Don't lose yourself. It's flowing to Casca. It can't be put into words. My heart feels like it's being torn apart. Oh my god! The last piece is her heart. So if we return this to the doll in the coffin, we have to wait. Yeah? Is something wrong with it? These forms, maybe they are some type of curse. Hold on a second. Shriek. All I gotta say is, Shriek, it's probably a psychological curse. Because being raped is like a traumatic experience, and it psychologically damages you. Like, what else do you want? It's probably a psychological, I'm trying to think if that's the right thing, if that's the right word. It's a psychological curse. Let's go with that. And of course, the final piece is her heart, because that's what the rape really did. It destroyed her heart. This particular scene, or particular not scene, incident, a spell of some sort. What do you mean? don't you think something bad will happen if we put this back in the doll? That was rash of me. We can't, while it's like that, we certainly can't forget about what could happen to Casca if we aren't thinking straight. That horrible experience, if she remembers it again, she'll experience so much pain. Hold on a second. I just want to double check something here. Yes, there it is! I just noticed it! I just noticed it! Dude, the darkness and the rape! It is there! Somewhat there! But also, I want to go back for a second. Look at the thorns around her heart. That darkness around Casca's heart. Look at that. It's... You have to wonder, you know, I gotta say, Kentaro, I really like this symbolism that's going on here. I really do, because this is not just limited to rape. It's if someone goes through an extremely traumatic situation, they will close themselves off. They will close their heart off. And you know how a person will become extremely guarded. That's what I really like this symbolism. And in the case of something extremely traumatic, like in the case of a rape, they will become a shell of their former selves, like Casca did. I really Kentaro, man, sorry it took me a minute to realize it. I just had to process it for a second. But anyway, these forms, maybe there's some type of curse. Let's see the heart. What are these forms? The forms are probably I'm just trying to think what the forms are. Maybe the forms represent the if they're talking about if they're talking about the vine with the thorns, that probably is probably the traumatic event. And until they remove it, that guard, so to speak, then it's going to continue to traumatize her. Because because if you're for example, if you've been a victim of bullying, or if you've been a victim of abuse, physical or emotional abuse, once you've I'm trying to think of it, or a victim, a better way of saying it is a victim of your past. Once you've embraced your past and moved on, you feel like, I know this because I've been through it myself, it feels like there's a huge weight off your chest. And it feels freeing. And I think that's what Kentaro was going for here with this. And I really like it. I see what you're doing here, Kentaro. And this is why you have to see the rape scene. Let's see. The horrible experience, if she remembers again, she'll experience so much pain that she won't be able to think. No, Casca's mind broke because she couldn't take remembering this in the first place. See? That proves my point. There is no guarantee that your wish will be her wish. Was it meant to be? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there it is! There's Griffith! Oh, no! Guts! God, it feels like we're reliving it again. Oh my God. If we don't do it now, we never will, but this is scary. Even when you know you're in a very dark place, it's strange you just can't move. How can you do it by yourself? And you know what? You know what's really crazy about this? I don't know if this is just a weird coincidence. Is that I have to actually write. I'm I'm writing a paper for my writing intensive course about, you know, my educational experience, you know, K through 12. And I have to write, you know, about my family experience and my mental health stuff. And it's taking me, like, I'm trying not to go, and I've suppressed my memories. Ironically, I said, you know, trying to, you know, once you embrace your past, it's a freeing experience and all that shit. But, you know, I'm trying to remember the stuff that happened, and because I, because I went through a lot growing up between bullying and abuse, physically and emotionally, and I went through a lot of traumatic crap. I literally suppressed it to the point where I can't really remember it. And yes, a lot of alcohol was involved too. When when I was in, like, when did I start drinking? When I was like in 8th grade. That's when I started drinking it. Or yeah, it was after, no, it was after 8th grade. And then, you know, mental illness and stuff like that. But so like this, it's just weird that I'm, you know, writing about this and thinking about this stuff right, you know, right before I'm doing this live reaction, and that's what this chapter is about. It's just weird. If you guys want me to do I've somewhat done a I did a video on this before, but I can actually do a more updated version if you guys are interested, especially in light of the of what's happened recently in Florida, because mental health is not taken seriously and it really pisses me off. So if you guys want me to do that, I will. But anyway, even when you know you're in a very dark place, it's strange you just can't move. How can you do it by yourself? Oh boy, I know it's really hard. It really is. You're like, you're trapped within yourself. You may seem fine on the outside. Like, you can, and this is the thing with mental illness. And yes, I'm disabled technically. According to ADA, I am disabled. I don't look like it, but I am. And it's the same thing with depression. A person may look happy on the outside, but they could be like really sad and depressed on the inside. I've been like extremely depressed while, you know, I'm doing all this stuff, but I don't show it while I'm doing this, while I'm recording, because I want to be happy. Well, I'm happy. Well, doing this makes me happy. This is my therapy, to be honest. How can you do it by yourself? So then, just as you've done for me, this time as an apostate, I'll blow this darkness away. Farnese, Casca, Master, I do not want to think that my trips with you were meaningless. I see, this dream was truly meaningful. This was the purpose of our journey. Yes! To clear the darkness. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Sharik, how can you not think that was the purpose? Did you not know that how can you not know that Casca went through something extremely traumatic, especially when you saw all this darkness in her mind? Like, I just do not understand that. Let's see. Oh shit! Come, we must hurry. This is the end of the night this nightmare. Oh! Oh my god. A door? Yeah, you'll see him soon. The morning that dwells in Casca's eyes? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me just double check something. So, I would say this. So, like, in a way, symbolically, we saw Casca, the rape scene, but we didn't, like, see, like, we didn't literally see Griffith getting raped. But God, I'm glad that after so long, after this long-ass journey, Casca, you know, she's finally put together. But hold on a second. But I think I understand why they didn't, you know, remove the thorns themselves. It's because, and I understand why Kentaro went this route, and because Kentaro could have done it, like, could have had it where, you know, they use magic to get rid of the thorns that are encompassing Casca's heart. But I feel like Kentaro went this route because Casca needs to face it herself. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that Kentaro went this route. I really like that I really, really, really appreciate the symbolism behind this. That Casca is you know, she's gonna probably have, like, PTSD from this, in the sense, yes, she will. But let me see if I can make sense of this way. I'm trying to think of it, the best way to say this. Hold on a second. Let's see. So, I'm going to read what Farnes said, because this is what I mean right here. This is what I really like what Kentaro did. Because Kentaro could have gotten rid of the thorns, you know, around Casca's heart, and Casca would have been okay. But I think by doing that, though, that it would have gotten rid of all of her memories of their journey together. I think that's what it would have been, what would have happened. But, and I'm curious if it would have gotten rid of the demon symbol. But anyway, this is what, I'm going to read what Farnes said here, because I really, really liked it, because it really is beautiful. Even when you know you're in a very dark place, it's strange you just can't move. How can you do it by yourself? So then, just as you've done for me, this time as an apostate, I'll blow the darkness away. Because remember, Casca was there for Farnes when she was in the darkness. And she's just saying that, even though Casca is when Casca wakes up, she's going to, you know, probably remember this traumatic experience she had with Griffith. She's going to be there for her, just like Guts is going to be there for her. And that all of them will be there for her, for Casca, when she wakes up. So I really, really like that. I really like that symbolism. And I'm glad that, I really am glad that Kentaro went this route. This was a really good way to end this portion of the manga. Like, this portion of the manga, because you had, like, Griffith, like this demon that's been haunting her. Like, you kind of could think of it this way. Like, Griffith is like the demon of obviously the rapist, so to speak. Literally, he's the rapist that's haunting her. Because a lot of obviously a woman with that's been raped will probably have that kind of PTSD. I know I'm probably generalizing, but fuck. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure there's nothing else I want to cover here. Okay, I double checked, and basically the full scene, the rape scene and everything, and the scene of sacrifice, that whole thing, it was at near the very beginning of the chapter. It was just basically like fast forward. it was very fast, and I'm fine with that, Kentaro. That was fine. And I really like how we saw like a very like how some metaphorically, so to speak, or not metaphorically, I would say literally, how we saw literally, because when we saw this happen in the manga, when we saw the actual scene in the manga, we just saw it happen. We saw what was happening physically. We didn't see what was happening to Casca mentally, what was going on in her mind. So the fact that Kentaro showed us what was happening in her mind, Casca's mind, when she was getting raped, that I thought was really, really cool. Kentaro, that was really, really smart. And then we saw, and then how, and the thing that I think is really cool, the coolest thing about that, and I just am realizing it because I looked at it again, is that after, her body breaks down into the doll, like how it goes, like there's the page where, Casca is in her human form and then breaks down to the doll and then breaks apart. You see that darkness going down. You see it break, or you see it flow down into that darkness, and that darkness it turns into like the thorns that are tied around her heart. And that represents how truly traumatic it was. How traumatic that not just how physically it was, not how mentally traumatic, just not how, let me reword this, not how physically traumatic it was, not just how mentally traumatic it was, how emotionally traumatic it was for her too. Like how she literally now has a guard around her heart. And I think what's going to happen now with Guts especially, is she's going to have her guard up around Guts. It's not going to be as simple as like she's like her and Guts are going to be all lovey-dovey again, right, like that, because her guard is going to be completely up. She's going to have her walls up. Her trust for men is going to be she's going to have a real, I know it seems weird, but I just feel like that's going to be the case. She's just going to have a hard time trusting Guts. And that was, the thing was though, I think that was the whole point of Griffith raping Casca, was to fuck Guts over and more in the long haul. Because Guts wouldn't go along with Griffith or Guts wouldn't help Griffith fulfill his dream. Just think about it that way. So even if Casca had her mind back, Casca wouldn't trust Griffith. Not Griffith. Casca wouldn't trust Guts, because even remember when her mind was shattered. Even remember, Casca just like instinctively, she just didn't trust Guts. I think she'll slowly start trusting Guts, but after she gains her mind back, but I still think it's going to take a little bit longer. But I'm very curious what you guys think. What did you guys think of this chapter? I really love the symbolism in this chapter. I thought it was very, very smart and very creative of Kentaro. And I really like that Kentaro went the route of that they just didn't take the trauma, the emotional scarring, the scar off of Casca's heart, which she could have easily done, because in a way that's taking away a part of her, a part of Casca. But I'm very curious what you guys thought. Let me know in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist, or donate to my GoFundMe. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off my Amazon wish. Why did I say that? I'm sorry. I cannot think right now. I can't talk right now. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, or friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!